You are listening to the Live Your High Frequency Life podcast, and I'm your host, Teal Shu. In this podcast, you'll discover how to step into your natural, innate frequency and the highest frequency of the universe, love, to create and live the soul-aligned life you want. If you're a woman who wants to love yourself so completely, stand so fully in your infinite sovereign soul power, be your own safe haven, fill your own cup, and be so financially independent you quit feeling trapped by someone, something, or somewhere, then this podcast is for you. Because you deserve to be unmessable with by the world and live the high-frequency, soul-aligned life you love that is your birthright. And I'll share with you how you can start creating this reality for yourself through your frequency. But raising your frequency isn't about doing more. It's really about untangling yourself from the programming of the world, choosing love over fear, and living as your soul with your identity rooted in love. And when you embody this, your frequency automatically rises. You radiate the high frequency you that you were born as, and you start changing your life. I'm glad you're here. Hey, welcome. I'm just so glad you're here. Just loving coming to you, chit-chatting in a little more casual way. I'm just chilling outside. We've actually just had a thunderstorm roll through as we're approaching sunset. Thunderstorms late summer in the afternoon. Unsurprising, but I still hear a few rumbles, so we'll see what happens. But this summer it's not over yet. It's not over yet. And when I'm recording this anyway, but it's been quite the summer. If you've been listening for a little while or hanging out with me, you know that my mother-in-law transitioned in early July. I just share that because new folks are always coming in to listen and watch. So just to give a little context here. And her celebration of life was then just a few weeks after she transitioned. And so it was just 2 weeks, actually. And honestly, I felt like I didn't have anything to wear. And so what I'm talking about in this episode is 3 dresses and a funeral. So a little bit of a cheeky title, but this was such a big lesson for me that I wanted to share with you. And an unexpected lesson, honestly. One I have learned, but you know what? Different phases, different stages, we see things differently. And lessons come to us then at higher levels for us to continue to rewire, reprogram, raise our frequency, decode our emotions, our soul speaking to us to continue to rise higher. And so this is really about 2 things for me. 1, help, and 2, control. So let me give you a little bit of context here, get into the story here. So my mother-in-law transitioned, and I'm like, I had this immediate boom, what am I going to wear? And the image just came to me. I saw this dress. Halter top, floral, bright, tropical flowers, colorful, just radiant, summery, bright, cheerful, joyful. I'm like, that is perfect because I'm like, I want to wear color and flowers and brightness, joyful, radiant, like vibrant, alive colors for a dress to go to my mother-in-law's celebration of life because she loved flowers. She loved flowers. She loved color. She loved it's so much. Like, even ask her children. They cannot tell you what her favorite color is. And honestly, I was thinking about this the other day. I can't either. She loved color. And so I'm like, the more color, the brighter, the cheerful, and flowers. She was a master gardener and loved flowers. And I'm like, that's the thing to wear. This is a celebration. This is joyful. I'm bringing light and vibrance and just that radiant feeling of being alive. This is what I want to wear. Found the dress. It's custom, handmade in Bali. And I'm like, oh, is it going to get here in time? It's only 2 weeks. I'm like looking at everything. Yeah, it should come in time. Even talking with the company, like, yeah, it should come in time. So I order it. Takes about a week for them to make. And then I'm like, okay, I've only got a week left for it to get here, but it's coming DHL Express from Bali. That's going to be fast, right? Get the tracking information. Yeah, it's not going to come until maybe 3 days after my mother-in-law's celebration of life. Okay, now what? And I was so miffed at this. Like, honestly, full confession, I spent an entire day when I got the tracking information, pretty much an entire day. I saw it in the morning. I was crying. I was so just honestly kind of despondent about this because I couldn't understand. I'd had this clear as day vision of this dress, and I knew I was going to wear it. I just knew, like, inside, that knowing feeling. I could picture myself wearing it in the church at the ceremony with my husband, with my daughter, with my parents, like the whole thing. I was so in a knowing that, yes, this was happening. And I'm like, why is this not happening? Okay. And then shift. It could still happen. Tracking changes all the time. Maybe it gets to the US and they can expedite it. We're just going to, okay. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to order a second dress, a backup dress. Found another amazing, beautiful, floral, bright, cheerful, gorgeous summer dress. It can't come to my house in time. I can ship it to my parents' house because they were going to come to the ceremony, but not come to the Tri-Cities, Washington, where the ceremony was until after I'd already gotten there. So it could get to their house on time, and then my mom and dad could bring it to me. Okay, great. Backup dress. It's just fine. Get to the Tri-Cities, right? My parents come. They bring the dress, the second dress, right? The second dress. My mom didn't tell me because she didn't want to upset me. She tried to fix it, and she actually did an amazing job, and probably no one would have ever noticed. But there's a hole in the dress, and there's a whole bunch of black, like, grease stains on the dress. And it's like orange and reds and pinks. And like, you can see it, right? You can see it. Can't wear the second dress. I don't have a dress to wear to my mother's celebration of life. And it's tomorrow, right? It's tomorrow. Got nothing. Nothing. I brought a dress with me, but it is not at all like in the cheerful, the bright, the vibrant. Like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. And I'm just, what is going on here, universe? Like, what do I need to see here that I am not seeing? My husband's like, you know what? You know what we're going to do? There's this one shop down the street. We're going to go and stop there on our way to lunch in the park, where we're going to have a park lunch down by the river and just like be at peace and chill. But we're going to stop at this dress store. Teal, you're going to go into that dress store and see what they have. See what they have. Maybe they have a dress for you. My wise, saintly husband helping diffuse me, and we go to this dress shop, and I'm just like, I'm grieving. I'm sad, right? There's emotion. I go into this beautiful store, and there are these two wonderful women there at the counter, and I start crying. Perfect stranger. I'm out of town. I'm just spilling my guts on them. Like, I'm sad and upset. My mother-in-law's ceremony is tomorrow. I got nothing to wear. I've had 2 dresses I've already ordered. One couldn't come in time. The next one came with a hole. I'm just like, blah, vomiting words and emotion and tears all over them. And they're just looking at me with the most incredible kindness, loving, and compassionate faces. Like, I think about it now and I still get choked up, because talk about the kindness of strangers and the strangers just making space for you with love and compassion and caring and generosity that I didn't ever expect. And here I'm feeling like, who is this person who is just dumping on strangers? I don't do that. Who does that? I don't do that. That's not me. I'm generally a much more private, composed, put together, measured person. Talk about that in other podcast episodes, how that's actually a trap. But incredibly, what turned out to be the owner of the shop then came out from behind the counter, and they're just like, how can I help you? And she comes over and she just puts her arms around me. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. And that's okay. Emotions of just appreciation and absolute gratitude, and grateful for the beauty of this world, and really the beauty of how human beings can be to one another. And she just gives me this huge hug, and she's just like, "Okay, what do you wanna wear? We got dresses." They had tons of the most gorgeous, amazing dresses. I didn't have much time, otherwise, I would love to be in that shop for quite some time. It was an amazing shop. Um, and actually, I'll give it a shout out too, because if you're ever in Richland, Washington, go to Tulip. It's on George Washington Way, um, at the kind of south end of town. I mean, gorgeous. And what turned out to be the owner was there and she helped me. Long story short, I'm there trying on dresses, got the perfect dress. It was beautiful. It is beautiful. And got it, wore it at the ceremony. And you know what? Even at my mother-in-law's celebration of life. So, my 2 sister-in-laws are there, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't really have time to get the dress I wanted, but I wanted to wear flowers and cheerful and bright and all of this," and they had flower dresses too, um, but they saw mine and they're like, "Oh, I wanted to get something like what you had," and I was thinking the same thing, flowers and cheerful and bright and color, and I'm like, "Oh, yes, yes, this is okay. This was right. This was good." And had such peace about the dress. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna have, like, pictures and stuff of all 3 dresses because it's so funny. But the lessons of all of this, right? Have you picked up on some of them already? I mean, okay, start with I had this vision, I just knew, a knowing about the first dress. But what did I do? I got into attachment about what it had to look like. Yes, I had to wear this dress in this way with this look to the ceremony. Attachment. And then into control about it, right? It had to come. It had to come. It had to come. I'm going to do everything I can with my attention and my efforts and my energy to make it come. I'm going to keep focusing on is it arriving yet? What's the tracking date? Checking the tracking date multiple times a day. What is that emotion and energy? Fear. Fear. The same thing then with the second dress. No wonder the second dress wasn't working out either because it was the backup dress. It was the, hey, yeah, I need something. And this other one, I'm in the energy of, hey, it might not work out. So you know what? Guess what? It might not work out. And it didn't. I hadn't set my energy of set it and forget it. Set your intention and let it go and hold the intention and energy of it's already done. This or something even better. I know at the time, even though I've done much rewiring and reprogramming around this, one of the things for me with all of my life really is default programming of control. I get into control to a much lesser degree now. But so much of this I see then in women and the clients that I have because control gives us the sense of safety. When, hey, my mother-in-law has transitioned, I'm sad, someone important in my life has left us, the dynamic is changing. How am I handling this? Like the world is shaking under my feet, right? There's things to figure out. There's emotions to process. There's unfamiliar territory here. And default to control so that then I feel safe because all of these changes, well, that doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel comfortable, right? The sadness, the grief, all of these things, that doesn't feel good and safe and comfortable. And so I see now looking this beautiful lesson my soul showed me with all of these emotions and what unfolded with this life experience with these dresses was Teal, you're in control. You're into fear masquerading as control, trying to feel safe, trying to find firm ground under your feet when stuff is shifting, rather than soul and universe, I just trust and I just let this go. And it's all going to work out for me better than I ever even imagined. It's going to be this or something even better. So that was a huge lesson for me of, Teal, look where you're still into control and look where when life is getting a little bit squeezy and there's pressure and discomfort and big emotions, look where you went, Teal. Control. See that? Okay. There is work for me still to do here. So where are you getting into control? Is control part of your default programming? And what is control really hiding? It's hiding your fear. Fear that if you let go, fear that if you're not in control, it's not going to work out. Who's going to take care of you? Who's going to make this right? Who's going to handle all the things? It's the universe. The universe is going to take care of it. The universe is going to handle all those things. The universe is going to take care of you better than you ever even imagined and already has. Holding that energy of trust, of release, of allow, letting go, this or something even better, better than I ever even imagined. And holding that loving frequency for yourself and trusting and allowing yourself to hold that energy and trusting then the universe to respond in kind and reflect that back to you. So where are you in control? And then the second thing that just, I've done much work on this as well, but it's help. The amazing women at the shop, and of course, even my mom and dad, like asking for their help to get that second dress to me, which they so generously did. You know, they washed it, they cleaned it, they steamed it so it wasn't wrinkled. They even tried to get the stains out, like this whole thing. And they were so concerned about telling me, like, hey, it's messed up. You know, they tried to fix it, like all these things, just the incredible help and generosity of my parents. But then the help and kindness of strangers in a time where I wasn't necessarily looking for help, but yet help was there. And I didn't even know I needed the help because I had resistance to going and buying another dress. And yet my husband showed me a path forward, and it turned out to be this or something even better. It was the even better path. And it all worked out. And just how much resistance I've had in my life as another default programming to not ask for help, whether I needed it or not. Like, yeah, I really need help, but I don't want to ask for help because it might inconvenience someone. Asking for help makes me look weak. I always have it together. I'm the one everybody else turns to for help. I'm the one that always has it figured out. I'm the smart one. I'm the creative one. I'm the problem solver, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't ask for help, right? Because I can take care of it myself. I'm also capable. I'm confident, highly skilled. I'm good at what I do. I always figure everything out. Story, 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 story. All these reasons why I don't ask for help. And I see that, of course, in my childhood. Both of my parents, of course, are amazing people, very capable, take care of themselves, like self-supporting, like all of these things. They're the first ones to trip all over themselves, to run around like crazy to help other people and lend a hand, but they don't want to put anybody out to ask for help for themselves if they need it. They like to take care of things themselves, so I know where I get it from. But this even reflected with me even more, where we're in this tumultuous world right now, where if you look in certain ways and certain perceptions, you see the world as this just dark, ugly, crazy place. And honestly, yeah, it does look like a dumpster fire. But at the same time, it's also beautiful. Where do you place your attention? And so if you look at the world all the time like it's falling apart and it's a dumpster fire and everything is crazy and chaos and war and fear and hate and unkindness and violence, well, yeah, you don't trust people. You don't see the kindness. You don't see that strangers can help you and be caring because you know what? Honestly, we're afraid then of strangers. And so that makes us even less inclined to reach out for help because you're like, hey, if I ask this person, I don't know what they think or how they respond or what their ideology is or any of that. Are they going to hurt me? What's that even look like, right? Fear. But if we see the world as this gorgeous, beautiful place, like this nature that I'm sitting in right now, it smells so good. We've had that thunderstorm. There was rain. There was even hail. Fortunately, I'm seeing my flowers and tomatoes I don't think got too trashed by the hail. Yay! But it smells so good right now. The sun is starting to set. You can see the soft light. It's a little less smoky today. It smells fresh and clean and that after rain dampness and the juniper. Oh, it just smells so good. I wish I could share it with you with smell-o-vision. It smells so good. I just love that smell so much. But if you're looking at the world as it's a beautiful place, if you're looking at the world as the universe is created purely out of love and everything else is an illusion, if you set the intention to see love and compassion and kindness in every circumstance, that reflects back to you. That reflects back to you. And then you see that people are kind. You see that people will help you. You see that people do help you, that they do love. We are kind and compassionate and generous. And that's a beautiful thing. And that can give you so much peace to reach out for help. And truth be told, when you get people on their own and you get them honestly out of group settings, you get them away from the rhetoric, you get them away from the groups and ideology and all of the other things, you get them away from pressure. When you are just human to human and connecting, our souls speak to one another, and you start to sense and feel that even more. And our natural tendency is toward love. And so we then share that with each other. And this was just so beautiful to me of just help is always there. Will we ask for it? And it's okay to ask for it. And also just the kindness of strangers, a renewal in appreciation and honor and trust in fellow man and woman and child. Because when you do step into that trust, the universe reflects that back to you. But if you think people are out there and they're not going to help you, what energy are you putting out with that as well? The universe reflects that back to you. And you wonder why you don't receive help. You wonder why maybe people are responding how they do to you. But if you are carrying the frequency of love out to others, well, then that comes back reflected to you as well. And this was also, excuse me, so powerful for me because sometimes I think if you listen to some of my other episodes, like Find the Kind, my past stories about how I'm not a kind, caring, and compassionate person. And this was proof again to me of Teal, you are a loving, helping, kind, caring, compassionate person because you know what? I went into that shop and bought that third dress, and what was reflected back to me, even though I was an absolute crying mess, if this wonderful women could even understand me, I did send them a thank you note once I got home. I'm just so grateful to them. Of the universe reflects us, and it reflected back to me how these women were treating me and caring for me. Well, you know what? I experienced that because that's how I treat other people, with caring and compassion and love and generosity and kindness and help. And that was just another soul message for me and lesson. So where are you showing up in fear with other people? Where are you not into trust and caring and kindness and sending that love out to other people because you are hiding behind this mask of take care of it myself? If you are hiding behind a mask of, hey, people, if I reach out, what do they think of me? Maybe they're going to hurt me. Maybe they think I'm weak. Maybe they think that I don't know what I'm doing, yada, yada, yada. Where are you hiding and not asking for help, whether you need it or not? But being open to asking that help and that it's safe to ask for help. And that actually being in that frequency, you know what? Receiving help, you in that frequency opens you up to receiving from the universe. Receiving help is no different than receiving money, receiving financial abundance, receiving love, receiving relationships, receiving health. You allowing yourself to open up and trust and receive help from other people with your plumbing, with your car, with whatever it is. It's exercising your receiving energy, your receiver muscle, to then receive everything else the universe is sharing with you in your life. So I just wanted to share those thoughts with you on those few things and this amazing story I've had. I trust that it has brought you something special and helpful as well. And as always, shine bright. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Thank you for being here and listening to this entire episode. If you're the kind of woman that likes to help others, then please share this with your friends, family, and circle. Because if you found value, they will too. And if you'd like even more high-frequency and life-changing content, please connect with me on Instagram and Threads at Tealshoop Coaching. Now, one last thing, I do have a personal request. I'm here to help make this world a better place for you and for all. So if you would, please leave a candid 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. I'd be so grateful, and through your big-hearted assistance, together we can help other amazing women just like you thrive. Thank you, big hugs to you, and I'll see you in the next episode.